The function f is defined by this, where c is a constant. In the xy plane, the graph of f intersects the x-axis at these points. What is the value of c? Bit of a red herring here. We actually don't need the p, though there is a way, and the College Board goes through this in their explanation, to use the p kind of to find c, but it's totally unnecessary. The easiest thing to do on this one, and shortcuts all that annoying stuff, is we have the equation here. We've got the function f of x equals 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus cx plus 8. We're given 3 points, so let's just pick one of the points. We'll plug in the x coordinate, we'll plug in the y coordinate, or the f of x coordinate, and then we'll solve for c, because that will be the only variable, or in this case, the only non-number left. So let's use negative 4, 0. So 0 is going to equal 2 times negative 4 cubed plus 3 times negative 4 squared plus negative 4c plus 8. So got to do a little work here. So negative 64 times 2 is negative 128 plus 16 times 3 is 48 plus 8 plus negative 4c. So I won't add these in my head. I'll use the calculator for this. So we get negative 128 plus 48 plus 8, which is plus 56. So we get negative 72. We'll bring that over. We get 72 equals negative 4c. Divide both sides by 4, and we get negative 18, which is the answer. You could have used a half. I just didn't want to because I didn't want to get involved in fractions. And of course, you couldn't use this because we don't have p, but this point is just fine. If you're curious about the College Board solution, check it out, but I'm not going to do it here. It's just not really worth it. The old SAT didn't concern itself much with cubics or with polynomials in this sense. I mean, they did stuff with polynomials occasionally, but not in this traditional math class type question. When you're doing trinomial, or what are they called? Cubics, and when you're doing polynomials in your Algebra 2 class, you would probably see questions like this. And if you know that you can just plug that point in and solve for c, it's not that bad. There's a whole thing you could do with the factors and what the factors have got to multiply out to, and then you solve for p, and then you solve. It's this thing. I wouldn't do that. I think the easiest way to do this one is as I showed. So again, just like we said in the previous question, there's going to be the official SAT way to do things, but then there's also going to be, I think, easier ways to tackle these questions, and that's where we're going to get the value from practicing and from thinking about this test in a different ways, getting those easier ways to answer these questions.